All right, so I know something that we all want in here is to pass this class. Now, in order to do so, our communication skills must be on point. Now, communication is a skill that is important so that we must develop it in order to achieve success. And today, I will be describing a few ways that everyone here can improve their ability to communicate. Now, let's say step one. A very important part of communicating is actively listening. Now, when you're actively listening, you must ensure that you're not only paying attention to what is being said, but you're making sure that all your focus and your concentration is on what is being said. Now, in his article, The Science and Art of Listening, Seth R. Horwitz said that listening is a skill that we're losing in a world of digital distraction and information overload. Now, of course, we can all relate with our phones being in our pockets all day, with our laptops being in our backpacks, and with us running to social media as soon as we have our free chance. And social media is becoming a big thing now in 2018, and our phone communication is outdoing our face-to-face communication. Now, let's say I'm gonna have a volunteer. I'm gonna call Anthony up to sit at this table, and there's a few things that you want to avoid when you're trying to actively listen and to communicate. So, Anthony, if you could please sit down. Now, if I was trying to talk to Anthony, I wanted to describe something. Let's say I wanted to describe to him how to kick a ball. But let's say Anthony's on his phone. So Anthony, you want to kick a ball, you want to make sure that the ball is in front of your right leg, you want to move forward, you want to kick it. Anthony's multitasking. Anthony's trying to listen to me, but he's also checking his Google Maps. This is a lot harder for your brain because you can't focus on one thing and focus on the other at the same time. Your brain is alternating between these two topics. So you lose concentration for both topics overall, and this impacts your memory negatively. So now let's say I wanted to tell Anthony about my day at school. If I wanted to tell Anthony about my day at school, he would only pay attention for about a few seconds before he got bored. So, hey Anthony, today I woke up this morning and then I decided that I wanted to eat some breakfast, so I ran myself to 8:05. And Anthony's lost interest because I should have made my point short and concise. That is one of the main things when you're communicating. You want to keep it short and you want to avoid over-informing. You want to keep things clear, succinct, and to the point. Now, in 10 ways to improve your communication skills, an article from ThoughtWire with 10 ideas on how to become a better speaker, one of the recommendations is to practice being brief yet specific enough. Now, you want to provide just enough information, but ensure that it's enough to get your ideas across. So if I wanted to tell Anthony about my day, I would say, hey Anthony, this morning I woke up, I got ready, I went to class, and then my classes were over, and you know what, I had a pretty great day. How about you? He knows what I did, he knows how I did it, and now I'm trying to talk to him. Now, another step to have great communication is to create a bond or a relationship. So this derives from trust. Trust is something that you want to create with someone in order to communicate with them. And the best way to do that is to be genuine and honest. And a good technique that Mikhail and Roman from The Guardian recommend to use is to ask for advice. Now, let me say, I want to know what's the best way to tie a tie. Hey, Anthony, do you know how to tie a tie? Do you think you could help me with that? If Anthony knows how to tie a tie, which I assume he does because we just had a show how to do that, he would be really open to let me know how to do it, and he would be glad to help me. And this creates a bond of trust where now he can communicate with me, and I would actively listen. And then lastly, your body language. Your body language, your body language. This is the most important thing about communication because your nonverbal communication is as powerful as your speaking. So let's say I wanted to present to y'all. I don't want to sit back here, relax, and say, hey y'all, so today I'm going to talk about communication, and I know Brian's over here, but I'm going to tell him. So I'm speaking quietly, I'm closed off, the audience isn't ready to accept what I'm speaking, so I want to open up. I want to be present, and I want to ensure that the audience feels that I'm here and I'm talking to them. So it won't matter everything I do if my body language isn't there, so I want to ensure that I command the space and have a great posture. And that's how you communicate effectively.